Castle Town Dandelion. Now let me paint the picture for y'all real quick. You are one of the 9 children of the current king of Japan, and there is gonna soon be an election to pick the successor, the new king or queen of Japan. However, you also all have superpowers. I know, it is a bit funky. Basically, these 9 children of the king all have different powers, and yeah, they're all trying to be elected as the new king of Japan, and they all have different reasons. Now, the main character, who is, I would say, is very, very cute, and is actually part of the clip that got me into this whole series. She is Akane, and she is terrified with being out in public. She hates public attention, and for the protection, the current king, her dad, set up like 2,000 plus cameras all over her neighborhood or whatever. And she hates, like, she tries to avoid every single camera on her way to school. I know, it's a bit bizarre, but honestly, I really enjoyed this manga. But what I think was actually the most interesting part of it wasn't the story itself. I mean, the story it's kind of lighthearted. You really are there more for the characters and the gags, less so the whole story. That's more like I'd say that story is more like a scaffolding than the building. The actual building itself is all the characters and their interactions, which is actually quite interesting for the most part. You know, you got some funny gags and stuff like that, but I'm getting off topic a little bit right now. The most interesting thing was actually seeing the author's growth himself. For instance, in the last volume, the author took I wouldn't say a very different route, but it was definitely a different volume compared to the other ones. Like, the first 4 were kind of more similar, and this 5th one was a little bit different. Now, I'm not going to go over any spoilers, because all my manga reviews, they're always spoiler-free. But what I will say is that this last volume, like, it actually has some it's a lot more creative than the other ones. Like, I really like the direction the author went in this 5th volume. And if you read it, I just be on the lookout for any sort of changes in tone and maybe in style and stuff like that. And I think you'll see it too. And maybe let me know if you agree with me. But yeah, volume 5 was a little bit different, and I like it actually. Like, I think it really shows growth in the author and how. Now, I don't know if it's a he or a she, honestly. So I'll just keep referring to them as the author. But yeah, no, it was kind of interesting to watch the author, you know, go down this new path and explore it. Usually it's difficult or I say it's more risky than difficult for an author to switch things up a little bit halfway through. But this author went and did it, and I really liked the change of tone and pace. Now, it wasn't drastic. No, by no means. This wasn't like Gal cleaning levels of changing stuff around. No. This was actually really tasteful and really cool, because it showed, I don't know, it just really characterized the characters a bit more, and I liked it. It was almost like a story in itself, the fifth volume. Now, will there be a 6th volume? I don't know. Apparently it is still being continued, but I haven't seen any new releases in a very long time, so who knows? If the author does pick up, make a 6th volume, I will very much be looking forward to it. But also, I'll be really looking forward to seeing if they continue with this change in. Actually, it's not a very big change, but kind of like this more. I almost want to say mature, but not really. I just can't think of the words to describe it. It's just a little bit different, and I think what it was more solidified. It was more like a solidified story. It was more like an arc. But the rest of the manga is kind of like all the things are kind of mashed together, all these really short, choppy bits. Not in like a bad way, but like in a normal 4 comma. A normal 4-panel manga. It's like similar to that. But this last one, it reminds me a lot of some of the chapters of Tomo-chan as a Girl. And how sometimes, well, it's a 4 panel, a lot of the arcs will go over a very long distance of time. Like many chapters. And I like that a lot. So I want to see if they continue to do that and kind of where they grow. Now this is a review about the manga itself, not just the author. I mean, I can talk a bit about the author, but this is ultimately a manga review. Now, I will also say there is an anime adaptation, which is actually, it got me into this manga. I saw a clip of it one time, I think on Instagram or YouTube or something like that. I'll maybe play a bit of it behind me or something like that. But essentially, this isn't really a spoiler, but this girl thought that, or all the guys thought that this girl wasn't wearing underwear. And so, when she has to go up the stairs, they start forming like this line. The men assemble, trying to catch a glimpse of the golden zone. And man, that clip killed me. That clip killed me. But it was really funny. And that got me into this manga, and it got me into the anime. I watched the whole anime very quickly, enjoyed it. It wasn't like a 10, it's not a 10 out of 10, but like it was enjoyable. It's something, you know, you just watch. It's not something you're in there like, oh shit, cool fight scenes, cool plot, crazy character development. No. It's just a fun, light watch, light read. It's just something that's enjoyable. I mean, not to say that the other stuff isn't enjoyable, but this is enjoyable. Just not for the same reasons as something that kind of gets your emotions pumping a bit more is enjoyable. Now the characters, there's a lot of them. There are 9 kids, and they are all the main characters. Now some of them are kind of pushed off to the side, especially the younger ones. The main one is Akane. She is, I want to say, the 3rd oldest? Yeah, 3rd oldest. And yeah, it's really just their character dynamics are actually quite interesting, and how each person interacts. I don't want to give anything away, but you can definitely see there are lots of character dynamics that are different. Now, personally, I am an only child, so I cannot tell you exactly how siblings interact normally. Like obviously I know people with siblings and stuff like that. I know how they interact with each other, but I can't tell you how it is like when someone else is not around. So that just point that out there. So that is a current somewhat blocker on how much I can review of this manga, because a lot of the interactions are between siblings. But actually pretty the vast majority are. But I still think it was pretty cool because they do spread over a very wide range of ages. You got some twins who interact with each other and they're pretty tight. It's just really cool. I think it's really cool to see how they, the characters are definitely what drive this manga. Now, do I recommend it? Of course I do. Of course I recommend this manga. I mean, most manga that I put on this channel, apart from with a few exceptions, I recommend, 100%. If obviously they may not be for you, but they are definitely, they're enjoyable. If I say they're enjoyable, they were enjoyable to me, and there's a chance they could be enjoyable to you. So go, try out this manga, give it a shot. What do you have to lose? You try maybe a few panels of it. What, you lost maybe 10 minutes of your time, or 5 minutes if even. But yeah, go try it out. I enjoyed this manga a lot. I hope that if you try it out, I hope that you also enjoy it. But that's really it. So some of my latest videos are going to be popping up on the screen right now. So go and check them out. Got plenty of them. I got anime reviews, manga reviews. I got some different stuff too. Pokemon card openings. I got all sorts of stuff. So go and try that out. Go and check them out. This has been Senpai Supreme, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you there. Peace.
Hi everyone, this is the Boatman. I hear you aren't subscribed to Senpai Supreme on YouTube.com. If you are a real epic gamer and kawaii weeb, you will subscribe right now.